Hi guys, welcome to this short presentation on the free will and determinism debate, and this is for the OCR A2 Psychology spec. So free will and determinism. Free will suggests that individuals can choose how they want to behave, and so have responsibility for their own behaviour. Determinism, on the other hand, suggests that our behaviour is controlled by our biology and past experiences, so an individual has little or no control over their behaviour. There are some subsections of determinism: hard determinism, and this is the theory that human behaviour and actions are wholly determined by external forces, and therefore humans do not have genuine free will or ethical accountability. Soft determinism, on the other hand, is the position or view that causal determinism is true, but we still act as free, morally responsible agents when, in the absence of external constraints, our actions are caused by our desires. So this kind of takes in both sides of the debate, whereas this is just extreme determinism. Links to course studies. Milgram, 1963. The 65% of the 40 male participants who administered the shocks all the way up to the 450 volt shock level can be said to have had their behaviour determined by the situation in which they were in. On the other hand, the 35% of participants who walked away from the experiment before administering the highest shock level of 450 volts can be said to have expressed their free will, as they chose how they acted and did not give in to the demands of the environment. Bocchiaro et al. 2012. Since 114 participants of the 149 obeyed the instructions of the researcher to write a statement to convince their friend to take part in the study on sensory deprivation, they can be said to have had their behaviour determined by the environment in which they were in. On the other hand, those who disobeyed the researcher, the 14.1% of participants, or blew the whistle, the 9.4% of participants, can be said to have demonstrated their free will, as they did not give in to the demands of the researcher. Pilyavin et al. 1969. The results from this study suggest that in a situation where someone collapses because of illness, it is highly likely that someone will go to their aid. However, the drunk victim only received spontaneous help 50% of the time, therefore witnesses evidently have control over their behaviour, as they made their own decisions on whether to help or not. Pilyavin et al. Suggests that the helping of an ill person is determined by a combination of physiological and cognitive factors, arousal followed by a cost-reward calculation, while it is possible that situational factors such as the enclosed environment could have played a role here. Simon and Chabris, 1999. We make the assumption that we act accordingly to our own free will on the evidence of our own eyes. Yet this study demonstrates that our inattentional processes can influence us, such that we fail to see an object that was in our centre of vision for 5 seconds. Our cognitive processes clearly have an influence on our behaviour, and are an influence over which we have no conscious control, suggesting that this is not freely chosen behaviour. Bandura, 1961. The aggression shown by the male role model was imitated, but the aggression shown by the female role model was not imitated to the same extent. This indicates some choice being made by the children as to what was an acceptable behaviour to imitate. This cognitive aspect of human behaviour, thinking about what we should or shouldn't do, would indicate that humans have some free will, even in what seems to be an environmentally deterministic situation. However, perhaps biological determinism played a part here, as high levels of testosterone in boys may mean that they are more likely to exhibit aggressive behaviour than girls. An interactionist approach of both free will and determinism may be a better way to understand this study. Kohlberg, 1968. As Kohlberg's theory suggests, that the stages of moral development are invariant and happen at fairly distinct chronological ages, it can be considered deterministic. There appears to be little free will over how you will progress through the stages. You cannot choose to change or avoid any of the stages, as your cognitive development will ensure that you pass through all of the stages, and this will in turn determine your moral judgment and behaviour. But do note that not everyone makes it to the stage 6, which is the highest, and Kohlberg actually found no evidence of anyone making it to stage 6. So thank you for watching that short presentation. You can actually make more links of this debate to other studies, but I just went for a few examples. But thank you for watching, I hope you made some notes, and I'll be making some more videos, so make sure you check those out. Thank you.